RIBOKU, you done good shit. What's good, people? It's your boy Twale here to bring you a Kingdom review of chapter 530 entitled Killing Stroke Detachment. In this chapter, we got a couple of big things. I mean, well, not really. We got a couple of things that happened, but one major thing happened, and I guess it will be the greatest shock of the first day. RIBOKU came through out of nowhere from the Center Army, from Zhao's Center Army, and just killed Mako. One stab to the throat. Don't see how he's recovering from that. He's dead. I like the simplicity of it. I like how what Osen was trying to do to Kisui, RIBOKU himself did to Mako. And the fact that he came quietly around the army, came unsuspectingly, and he moved right when Mako set all his men forward to take out Kisui's HQ. That's when RIBOKU and his men finally came in and looped around them. I'm not gonna front, it is kind of an ass pull how they were able to just sneak up on them with no one hearing them until RIBOKU was in Mako's face. That to me is an ass pull, but it's whatever. RIBOKU was known for having some of the best horseman cavalry in the series, actually. So we'll just chalk it up to him having good horsemen, and that they're quiet but they can move fast too. Whatever. In this chapter, we also seen Shin and the High Shin unit finally begin their assault. And if I would make just one slight adjustment to the High Shin unit's battle plan, given how the battlefield was set up, I would have split my 800 men into two 400 men detachments, with Kyokai and Naki in one group and Shin and Sosuo in another group. And I would have had them attack from the west and the east, not just attack from the east, because in this chapter Shin has them raise their flags immediately, and then they just begin their assault with a full-on attack, and they make it to Kisui's HQ. But as we seen from how RIBOKU handled it, it might have been better to just split up their forces so that they wouldn't have been seen. Because like Shin said, that the reason why he's going to just raise the flags and do it with a full-on assault is because Kisui wouldn't fail to notice their numbers. And if that was the case, it would have been smarter to break down the 800 into two 400 groups and then have them attack from the west side. So this way, Mako could have been attacking from the south. Mouten and the Gakukai unit could have been attacking from the north or from Kisui's rear. Shin and Sosuo could have been attacking from the east side or Mako's right, and then Kyokai and Naki could have been attacking Kisui from Mako's left, the west side. And had they done that, not only would Kisui not had enough men to send to even attempt to stop them, because we saw that he only had Ryuto's 200 honor guard, and they weren't enough to stop Kyokai. So he would have had to, even if he did notice them, he would have had to split one of those, you know what I'm saying? He would have had to direct those 200 men to one, not both of those forces, in which Kyokai and Naki could have made it to Kisui. Shin and Sosuo could have made it to Kisui. They had to move the defenses at their rear towards the front just to stop the High Shin unit, so that helped Mouten make it. And you know what I'm saying, if they don't have the men to separate, then all three of these forces would have made it to Kisui at one time. But they didn't do that. They didn't separate their forces. They just went for an all-out attack, and they do make it to Kisui, but not before RIBOKU makes it to Mako. And before RIBOKU could make it to Mako, Mako says something interesting, like, what was the exact quote? Something like, our Lord's strategies are not as shallow as just having one person be the killing stroke. the way this strategy by Osen is being set up is for that any one of these three commanders, any one of these three battle units can take out Kisui and make a devastating blow at any given time. So the fact that Mako has now been removed from this equation, and we can assume that RIBOKU will be attacking the Mako army from behind. Since we've seen last chapter that it was pretty easy for the high Shin unit, they said it was easier than they expected to get to Kisui. I'm pretty sure that the Mouten and his unit are going to go down the same way that Shin and company just came up. This way he can get back down to Mako's men and try to boost morale, try to resolve the situation. Similar to how Kisui was able to rally the situation when Mako attacked him. But the difference is these are not Mouten's men. So will he be able to effectively raise morale and to effectively get them to listen and to work with him? I don't know. But seeing as how Mako is dead, or he should be dead because the stab to the throat is pretty beastly, I do believe that Mouten will be taking over as the overall commander of this left battlefield. I do not believe that this left battlefield is it's not done yet. This left battlefield is not over yet. So RIBOKU will have to deal with Mouten and the remnants of the Mako army who are now either bloodlusted or, you know what I'm saying, like they're either gung-ho to try to kill RIBOKU or they're fucking routed. And I believe that Mouten's gonna keep them from, you know, just completely routing. So that'll be interesting to see if that actually happens. The Mouten taking over Mako's army, Shin actually starting his fight with Kisui. Really want to see that happen. Bate is a wild card because now we don't know where Bate is, and Bate can catch a breather now that RIBOKU's reinforcing him from the rear and whatnot. Other than that, it was a really good chapter. Again, RIBOKU killed Mako. Shin and Mouten made it to Kisui. Bate was in a predicament, but he should be a little bit better off now. And yeah, that's about it. Those are the three major things that happened in this chapter. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.